What's up, y'all? I hope you're well today. Merry Christmas if you're celebrating Christmas. It is that time of the year, and we're here in the Long Dark today. I wanted to play something that was a little bit snowy and felt kind of festive. Unfortunately, around here at the moment, it is not very snowy. Instead, it's just quite wet, so it doesn't feel like this time of the year very much. I wanted to bring that feeling to us. We're gonna go for a lovely little walk in the Long Dark where we talk about all sorts of different things. I am playing this on the Pilgrim difficulty because I didn't really feel like having it be hard. I've never played this game before. I've heard a lot of good things about it in the past, but I've never had a chance to like sit and give it a chance myself. I don't know, I'm excited to give it a try and have a little look around, but most importantly, I'm just excited that it looks so snowy and like nice. We're gonna follow this road too. I have a feeling that if we follow the road far enough that we'll end up back at like a human settlement. I would love to get to see some animals. Like this is just a Christmas stroll together, you know, where we can't go wrong with that. You couldn't go wrong at all. I'm gonna follow the power lines. Power lines always go back to civilization. That's a pro survival tip by somebody who's been surviving Christmas for decades already. So anyway, how are y'all today? Whether you're celebrating or not, I hope you're having a chill day. Whether you're hanging out with me or you're hanging out with family and watching this later on, I hope it has been good. I hope you are doing well. I'm surviving. Surprisingly, not. I mean, I'm doing pretty good. This is mining road, no trespassing. Okay, catch your breath. I don't want to listen to my catch your breath, bro. I don't want to listen to my character heavy breathing in my ear while I'm trying to tell a story about Christmas time. Is he just gonna keep heavy breathing? Okay, well, I guess he is. We're getting that ASMR of the character heavy breathing in our ear. I was thinking about like what was the worst Christmas gift I ever got, and I don't mean in the sense of like somebody messed up and got me something I don't like, because I don't think that's very nice to say. Like any gift from people is nice, so I'm thinking more in the context of what is something I asked for that I got that ended up being a terrible gift for me. And the one conclusion that I came to, it's gonna sound really stupid, but I got this plastic snowboard when I was a kid because I really wanted a snowboard. I think I had gotten a snowboarding game for either the PlayStation 1 or the PlayStation 2, and I thought snowboarding was the coolest thing ever at this point. So I wanted a snowboard really, really bad. There's a village down there. And my family got me this snowboard, right? They were really kind. They got me what I wanted, and I rode it down the driveway a few times, and I had a really good time, right? But then the snowboard identity started to take over my life, you know? Suddenly I became associated with enjoying snowboarding, and I mean, it was fun, but I didn't like it that much. So the next thing I know, I'm being sent with my best friend to go take snowboard lessons up at this mountain. And to add further context, the little plastic snowboard I had, it was really easy to unclip your feet out of. So you didn't feel like you were stuck on a snowboard. If you fell, your feet just usually uncoupled from it, you know? So I got up to this mountain and they put me on a real snowboard, bro. Like a real one where your feet are clipped into the bindings. I start having a panic attack because that turns out I really don't like having both of my feet unable to move independently. Skis are fine, but snowboards gave me a terrible panic attack. Like I was freaking out all the way out. So, but anyway, I didn't want to look stupid in front of my best friend, right? So I powered through and I went down the bunny hill a few times with the instruction group, and it was fine. Like it wasn't anything terrible, nothing like that. But then it comes time to go on the ski lift and go up the bigger hill. It wasn't like a full-size ski lift. It was one of those, have you ever seen those ones where they essentially shove a T-bar in your crotch and it pulls you up the hill? I could not stay on that because on a snowboard, you unbuckle like one foot, you put it through yourself, and then you try and like get pulled up, right? I could not stay on it to save my life. So midway going up, I fell off of this thing that's supposed to tow you up the hill, and I just start rolling down. So then I'm like, well, whatever. I unbuckle my snowboard fully, and I decide to walk up the hill. So I get up there, and my group thinks I've gone missing at this point. Like the instructor is genuinely concerned that I have gone missing somehow. Oh, pork and beans, don't mind if I do. I don't mind if I have a little dog food and a little pork and beans. So they think I've gone missing, and then I get to the top of the hill finally, like 20 minutes later. I don't know if they had already radioed down that somebody was not with the group or what, because the guy on a snowmobile showed up pretty shortly after that and was like, oh, he's good, like everything's fine. And it was like, you know, I didn't get in trouble or anything because it wasn't my fault that the group didn't stop to help me get back on the thing, right? Even the instructor was like, oh, kind of my bad, bro. So I mean, I'm at the top of the hill now, and at this point, I'm already like really embarrassed, and I'm having a terrible time. So then I'm like, all right, well, I've made it this far. I might as well continue seeing what can happen because, you know, I'm already at the top of the hill. I should go down. So as I'm going down, I'm on a borderline of a panic attack already because my feet are both buckled to this board, and I don't like it. And the instructor's kind of like oddly mad at me, even though, bro, it's kind of your fault, not gonna lie. So I'm like really on edge, right? And then it is so cold that as I'm going down this hill, all this sweat from the anxiety and whatever else in my mask is like condensating on the goggles and freezing to the goggles. I can't see. Like, I can't see anything. Because I couldn't see going down this hill towards wherever I was going towards, right? Going towards the bottom of the hill, obviously. I just start crashing, like, the entire way down. Probably, I could make it, like, 20 feet, and then I'd crash on my side again. So for the rest of the day, I just went to because there's the ski club or the mountain, whatever you want to call it. It's not like we were ski club members. The mountain had like a little clubhouse where you go hang in. I just hung out by the clubhouse by the fire for the rest of the day, and that's how I caused my family like $500 to go do essentially nothing because I got too scared and I was having a terrible. I was young though. I want to say I was like 9 or 10 when this all happened. Like, it was pretty not my finest moment, but that's why I consider that the worst Christmas present that I ever got, because it's not like the Christmas present itself was bad. The Christmas present itself was exactly what I wanted, and then the outcome of receiving it was just really bad. And that's what I think makes for more of an interesting story than just something that you don't like. Because it's like, who would have guessed that getting a plastic snowboard could turn into me being known as like the snowboard kid for a little bit and being forced to go on a snowboard expedition adventure that I wouldn't end up liking, and then I'd have a panic attack and fall off the little thing that's supposed to pull you up the hill. I've never fallen off of a proper ski lift, thankfully, because that sounds like it would be a lot more painful. Yeah, it was definitely a rough time. I've definitely had better experiences than that doing other things. Getting a lot of food. I'm gonna be eating for days, bro. Like, I've read people tell stories about giving gifts that were clearly like very thoughtless and finding that kind of offensive, but if I'm gonna be totally honest with you, I don't think I've ever been given anything that I felt that way about. Like, most gifts that I've been given have been pretty well thought out. Like, because I tend to be pretty thankful for most things that I'm given. Not to like toot my own horn or anything like that, but I've never had that part of me that goes, oh, somebody gave me something I don't like, I'm angry now. Although I do remember, this is a really early memory actually. This isn't a Christmas related memory, but kind of like of the same idea. When I was a kid, my mom got me the I think it was like the Hercules Disney movie on VHS, and for some reason I got in my head that she had gotten me like a tasty treat, you know? And so when I got this when I got the VHS instead, I threw a tantrum, and then she took away the VHS too. But I was like a really young kid at that point. Yeah, I wasn't allowed to keep the Hercules. That was probably the main time that I was ungrateful for something, and I think it got like hammered into me pretty quick that if you're ungrateful for things, they get taken away from you. I'm not gonna claim to have been the most perfectly grateful person my entire life, but I think that I got taught some early life lessons that if you complain about things you have no right to complain about, you will lose the things that you want to keep. Oh, you can take water out of the toilet? Oh, that's great. Is there gonna be more water in the toilet afterwards, or does the toilet water, does it continue filling up, or what? Or did I just take all the water? I took all the water. So I guess you get to like milk the toilet of all their delicious toilet water, and then after you're done milking the toilet, you just don't get to do anything anymore with the toilet. You have to fill it up with your own water. You have to reduce, reuse, and recycle. As much as you might think this is a scary, uninhabitable wasteland, it is pretty beautiful out here though. Like, this is a beautiful place to spend our Christmas. Isolated in an abandoned part of Canada after a, what is it, like a geomagnetic storm or something, and we're one of the only people left. Farm fresh produce. I bet there ain't a whole lot of produce left out here. Pump house? Pump house? Okay. My Canadian instincts are starting to kick back in. Like, this is basically my homeland. Is this the same house I was in, or does it just have the sound? No, it has a different layout. This one has a shower. Take some water. This is great. I'm gonna be known as the Christmas toilet water bandit. Why am I sloshing when I walk? Is it because I took all that water? Is that the sound of my full bladder sloshing around while I walk? I'm gonna eat some of these beans. Feels like a good idea. Beans and molasses with bits of what looks like pork. Very convincing. Oh, that sound while he's eating was very like wet. I don't know, like I was gonna make the same sound into the microphone, but YouTube doesn't like wet mouth sounds. I've learned that from people who do ASMR.
Wonder if this is any good to eat.
Ew. Okay, let me tell y'all something. I know that ketchup chips are seen as like a Canadian staple because I just found some in the game. Ketchup chips are like, imagine you took barbecue chips and then just made them extremely mid and kind of gross. Like, it's just like barbecue chips, but too sweet. Don't let anyone talk up ketchup chips. They don't deserve the hype. This poor bro died while trying to give himself, trying to, you know, he was trying to find it. He was trying to unlock a new form of pleasure when he was out here. Bro was just at the graveyard trying to unlock a new form of pleasure, and he died. Oh no, this wasn't the place to try and do that. Oh well, hopefully the throat goat lived to bed another day. Are there no weapons out here, bro? How am I supposed to attack wild animals and get water then? Actually, you don't hunt animals to get water. I don't know what I'm talking about. Usually you hunt animals to get food. Maybe I'll find a weapon in the church. Kind of seems like a reasonable assumption. Is this a mudroom? Another Canadian toque? This is crazy that when you come to Canada, all we wear is Canadian flag toques. Every single person who comes to Canada gets their mandatory Canadian flag toque from the local tourist trap shop, and it's all overpriced. Look at all these bedrolls. This is great. Hopefully there's not people trying to live here. Like, I would like to be the only person living here. It's a nice big living space. Got a toilet with some water. I couldn't tell what was... Oh, look at that. A festive, ugly Christmas sweater. We need that today. We need that today. I'm sure that we're all feeling festive. Start a fire here. We need to warm up, even though I think my character's fully warm, but there'd be nothing more cozy, Christmas spirity on this channel than warming up next to the fire together. Just me in the comments section on a nice, chill Christmas getaway, hanging out by the fire together. Isn't this great? Isn't this what we always wanted to do? This looks like the exact type of place where they'd leave a weapon. Nope, just more. I have more than enough clothes. I'm carrying like 15 pounds of clothing while I walk around outside in this game. Let's just do what everybody eventually wants to do during Christmas with the family. We're just gonna walk down this road into the abyss and see where we end up. The true Christmas gift is the breathing in our ears that we get to experience from the main character of The Long Dark. Can we all come to agreement that turkey is probably the most overrated food on the planet too? Can we all come to an agreement about that? Like, I love the stuffing from inside the turkey, and I really like ham, another holiday meal that we get all the time, but turkey is the worst meat, bro. I would say turkey's probably in the bottom 3 of proteins, and like the worst is probably bugs. I don't know, I feel like there's got to be something between bugs and turkey. Like, I don't want to just put them together, so it's like bugs, then the mystery protein that hasn't even been defined yet, just to create a buffer between it and turkey, and then turkey. That's your bottom 3 proteins. I don't know, man. Turkey as a meat just kind of tastes like it has gas. You know what I mean? Like, it tastes kind of farty. And someone out there is probably thinking, bro, you've been eating the wrong turkeys. No, bro. I've had turkeys cooked by my family. I've had turkeys cooked at restaurants. I've cooked my own turkeys. I've had turkeys cooked at friends' house. It all tastes like farty meat, bro. There's nothing. Next time you eat turkey, when you're chewing on it and you're getting that mouthfeel, you can feel the kind of gases that it's releasing, the farty poultry gas that's taking over your mouth while you're eating it. You know when a sommelier takes a sip of wine and they're like, it's got a heavy body with a little bit of cinnamon or whatever, however, some is that what it's called, a sommelier? Whatever the wine snobs say, like, when you eat turkey, there's a chicken note that hits you up front, but then there's this mysterious aroma that takes over afterwards that just tastes like farty. It kind of is like chicken and a Brussels sprout had a baby, you know what I mean? Anyway, that's my argument. Good news, I've survived 18 hours, but I can't see anything. Hold on, is it supposed to be like this? Let me light this flare really quick and then maybe I'll be able... There we go. Now we can see. This is not really the ideal way to do this, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Also, it's red. That's literally the color of Christmas. This is so thematic and cool, you guys. We're so gonna die out in the wilderness. Anyway, y'all, sorry for the weird, brief video today. I just wanted to have a little bit of fun with y'all. I hope you have a great rest of your day, whether you're celebrating, whether you're not celebrating, whether you're by yourself, whether you're with family, whatever's going on. I hope your day is great. And remember, I was here with you for a little bit of it. Until next time, we'll be back on Saturday with Dragon Age again. Peace.